Hey peeps, welcome back. Okay, we are talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 14, episode 8. Before we get into it, I remember a while back I had seen some things in social media that said that Danielle and Jennifer had been suspended, from the show. And they had had an altercation, but I didn't know, how this altercation was going to go down. But anyway, okay, we'll get into that in a minute. Let's just go on and get into the show. The show starts out and Teresa is at some sort of spiritual shop. They're about to have some sort of meditation. They're going to, get out bad juju and, get some positive energy flowing. I said, shit, it's another damn sound bath. Now, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. Every single housewife has had at least 4 sound bath scenes. I'm over it. Okay, I'm sick of it. It's kind of like when the charcuterie board thing was a big deal in every housewife franchise. Every time you went to somebody's house, they had a charcuterie board. Some of them were real pretty. Some of them was just like, girl, please open up a Lunchable. This looks ridiculous. Anyway, I'm over that too. I'm just saying. So Teresa's having a party. The theme is Tulum. She went to Tulum for her 50th birthday on a private jet. Teresa is talking to Jen Fessler, who says that she's never been on a private jet, and Teresa says something like, stick with me and maybe you'll get on a private jet, and Jen makes a little joke and says, Marge, who? That was kind of cute. I really do like Jen Fessler. Dolores and Jen show up for this sound bath, and Dolores says that this shit ain't working for her. She is in a bad mood. She got some bad energy going. She is still pissed off about the situation with Jackie. Before they get into talking about Jackie, Jennifer asked her about Paul and getting married. And Dolores does this little shuck and jive about she's not really worried about getting married. I said, that's a damn lie. Just last week or a couple weeks ago, you were on his ass about that divorce. Girl, stop lying. This is getting to be ridiculous. Anyway, Jen says in her confessional, and they flashback, I appreciate that little flashback, of him telling them that he already had the ring for her. Jen says, well, where the hell is that ring? You know what I mean? Paul is full of shit. He doesn't want to marry her. And I think that Dolores is a really good catch. And if he's not going to marry her, he should just go on and say that and let this woman go so that she can move on and find somebody who really does want to have a real relationship and possible marriage. This is a bunch of bullshit. So then they talk about the gift that Teresa sent for Joe. And they let Teresa know that Joe threw the card in the fire. And I said, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Later you can see Melissa talking about it, and she said that it was a spectacle that she sent that gift. And I said, you know what made it a spectacle? You and your damn husband acted a fool. That's what made it a spectacle. Because when Dolores came in there with that gift, you could have said, thank you, Dolores, and then took that damn bottle and that card and set it off to the side somewhere. And when the party was over, privately, you could have gave that to your husband. But you made a big deal about it, questioning Dolores, talking to Rachel about it, Rachel questioning Dolores. Then you take it outside to hand it to Joe in front of all the guys that he's always trying to be big man who shows off all the damn time. He puts on this whole big fucking performance and then throws the shit in the damn fire. That is a spectacle. It didn't have to be that. You guys made it that. So shut the hell on up. Then we also find out when production asked Teresa why she sent the gift that Louis was the one who sent the gift. She said she didn't want to make up with them and she wasn't trying to be bothered. Well, you shouldn't have sent it. Okay, I do realize Louis thought he was doing something good, maybe. But if you didn't feel the same sentiment, why even send it? I'm just saying, these people is ridiculous. Dolores lets her know that John brings up their meeting, and then he brings up Gia and the analogy that Jackie had, a couple seasons back. And I agree with Dolores and the rest of the girls. He really didn't have to bring Gia up. I realize you're trying to make a statement. You're trying to say that you weren't the biggest drug dealer in New Jersey back when you were younger. And, you're trying to put out here that you were only selling a little weed. I know, but you don't have to bring up this woman's child. And I think that even though it was an analogy, it didn't need to be brought back up. Let it go, move forward. And I think that Joe, as this good uncle, should have said, hey, John, I know what you're saying. I see where you're going with this, but Just don't even bring Gia up in this stupid analogy that was blown out of proportion, and my niece didn't appreciate it. Just say that. Move the hell on. Jen brings up her argument with Danielle, and Danielle didn't put her on the step and repeat. And I said, you know what, Jen? Stop bringing up the step and repeat. If that was not a part of your deal with her, you keep saying that you showed up. If that's all you did was show up, did you really need to be on the step and repeat? And most times, now I'm not, well versed in having charity events. I don't have no money, honey. I am a charity. Please send me money, damn it. Anyway, most people who get on the step and repeat, they have done something for the charity, or they have made a donation to the charity, or they have made some sort of arrangement with Danielle at some point to be a part of the step and repeat. Now, if you wanted to be on the step and repeat because you were out on Instagram and you were advertising with all of your, I assume she has millions of subscribers. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to go check. But if you're out there posting stuff about the event and telling people come on out and donate to the charity and things like that, and then you're showing up and the fans get to take pictures with you and things like that, then you should have said, hey, Danielle, if I'm gonna give you free advertising and I'm also gonna be there and I'm gonna take pictures with fans and you're gonna make money off these photos, can you please put my husband's business on the step and repeat? If that was a part of the deal, then yes. But if you didn't work that out with her ahead of time, you don't have any right to just expect to be on the damn step and repeat. That's just my opinion. Dolores then tells them that she was really upset that Jackie called her a slob. And I was thinking to myself, Dolores, she said that you was a slob and she hates you. I think I would be more upset about her saying that she hates me. Because, that's just ridiculous over Instagram posts. Dolores says that she thinks that Jackie thinks that she's better than them. By them, she means her, Teresa, and Jennifer. And to be honest, I think that Jackie thinks that too. Later in the episode, Dolores says something about Jackie thinks, that she's an elitist. And I always did get that vibe from Jackie previous seasons. It just seems like once she got demoted and she became a friend of, all of a sudden Jackie became more relatable to the girls. All of a sudden she was coming around more and she wasn't acting as if she was, better than them. But Jackie, she had previous seasons acted as if she was, up high and they were, beneath her. But Dolores made a point. She says that she thinks that Jackie is only trying to be friends with Teresa because Jackie is trying to sell books. And then I thought it was weird that later in the episode, when Jackie got to Teresa's party, she told Gia that when she's going around doing all of her press for the book, all everybody wants to talk about is her friendship with Teresa. And I said, well, shit. Dolores is really on to something. And then throughout this episode, I started to feel like a real jackass. All right now, peeps, don't get down in the comments talking shit to me because, I would cry. Anyway, listen, I think that I have been watching Jackie during all this press, and she's been talking about this beautiful, wonderful friendship that her and Teresa have. I drank the fucking Kool-Aid, sucked it all down. I mean, this is ridiculous. I thought, maybe Jackie really does like Teresa. Maybe Teresa really does like Jackie. This could be a good friendship. Fuck me. I got this shit wrong. I think Dolores is right. Jackie is using Teresa and Teresa is using Jackie. Now, Teresa pissed me off this episode because she came out of her mouth. Now, a couple weeks ago, it could have been last week, I don't know. Jackie was on Watch What Happens Live. And Andy had asked her about this friendship with Teresa. And then he told her, he said, well, keep watching. And he was talking about this episode. Teresa came out of her mouth not once, not twice, but 3 or 4 times on this episode stating that she's friends with Jackie because she knows that Jackie, and I'm paraphrasing, her and Jennifer knows that Jackie knows where all of Marge's bodies are buried, and they are trying to use Jackie to get information about Marge in order to blow up Marge's spot and have everybody turn against Marge and realize what an evil person Marge is. I said, what the shit? Now listen, I have always liked Teresa. I have always liked Jen. But I don't like this. This is a bunch of bullshit. You all are grown ass women. Marge is an evil person. Marge is rude as shit. Marge is a liar. She is not loyal. Marge does have an arsenal. I do believe that. Marge is full of shit. But let Marge self-destruct. You are supposed to be over here in your love bubble, happy as hell, raising your children, raising your stepchildren, loving on your husband, pineapple, 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 doing all that other bullshit. Let Marge go. You are collecting your checks. You are booked and busy. You are doing you. Grown people let that bullshit go. You don't sit around trying to use another grown woman to get information to use against this woman. Who cares? Jen, Jackie, and Teresa, they're all using each other. Do they all know that they are being used in some way? Who the hell knows? But they are all clowns. What the hell? And I'm putting on my damn nose in my big shoes now because I fell for the bullshit.
Damn.
I'm really upset with Teresa, Jennifer, and Jackie. Jackie is probably somewhere with her feelings hurt after this episode. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Now, Melissa has gotten a new Envy location. She shut down her old location, got a bigger store closer to her house, which is really good. Congratulations to Melissa and her business. She's also having a big fashion show to launch the new season's fashions that she's got at Envy. Danielle talks to Melissa a little bit about her and Jen having the argument at the housewarming party, and she let her know that she felt as if Jen was trying to say that she was stealing from her charity, and she didn't really appreciate it. She says that, she was really hurt that Jen was insinuating that she was stealing from her charity. Then she makes this comment that she's now, and I'm paraphrasing, side-eyeing Jen. She's looking at Jen some kind of way. And did anybody notice that Melissa said, "Oh, are you looking at Teresa the same way? Do you think that Teresa is a part of this?" And I said, well, what the shit? Why in Sam hell is Teresa being brought up here? She is talking to you about her situation with Jen. This has nothing to do with Teresa. She is just trying to get Danielle to be angry with Teresa, in my opinion. Now then I started side-eyeing the hell out of Danielle and Melissa, as if I don't already side-eye the hell out of Melissa every episode. But Danielle thought that it was a good idea. She loved every bit of Marge sending that text message to Dolores. I said, no ma'am. No ma'am. I don't think that was cute or right at all. If you are really friends with somebody, just because you have a little bit of a falling out, you don't go send off your private text message. Where's the damn loyalty? And I said, if I was any of the girls in this group, I would be looking at Marge and reviewing all of my damn text messages, wondering if I had a fit one day and sent her anything negative that she was going to put my business out in the street. What if I had texted her about me and my husband going through some shit? I would think that how long is it going to be before either the blogs or all the rest of the girls know about my situation with my husband because Marge is going to send out these text messages. I didn't agree with that at all. And I thought, really, Danielle, are you really serious? You loved that she did that? Marge stopping by Rachel's house, and we get to see Rachel's cute little girls. Those little girls are so beautiful. Her daughter had her tongue tie surgery, and she was right in the middle of her recovery, on the medication and just needing a lot of love and hugs from mom. And I just wish the very best for her and her daughters. I did see her on Watch What Happens Live, and she said that her daughter is doing great. She's still going through her therapy, but she's doing so much better. So I'm really happy to hear that. Marge then tells her that Jackie is a psycho, and that how dare she tell one of her best friends, Dolores, that she's been talking about Paulie. And Dolores confronted her and asked her about it, and she said, no, Jackie is an asshole, and I never talked about you and Paul. I believe that is a lie. I would love to see Marge on the Maury Pulpit show. That is a lie. Okay, I think that Marge has talked shit about every single one of them women on the show, their husbands, their situations. 1000% I believe Jackie. However, Marge sent that text message to Dolores before Dolores approached her about talking about Paulie. So she could stop that bullshit talking about she sent that text message as self-defense. No ma'am. No ma'am. And I cannot believe this, but I 1000% was behind Rachel when she tells Marge that she thought that was low. Even on Watch What Happens Live, she said that she cannot stand behind that. That is low. She even told Marge, she said, please don't ever text me. And Marge said that she would never do that again. I think that's a lie. Marge has the nerve to tell Dolores what Jackie said about Dolores shows her character. You sending over that private text message shows your character. And it's pretty bad. Then we see Dolores and Paulie at the gym. And I said, damn, that's like reading the back of a shampoo bottle. Shampoo, rinse, and repeat. Dolores, come on now. Paulie is not marrying you. David is not marrying you. You go from one house to the next house to the next house. David didn't want you to have plastic surgery. Paulie doesn't want you to have plastic surgery. Then he makes the comment that if you have plastic surgery, he's out. Well, get the fuck on. You know what I mean? Like, get to stepping, bitch. What the hell is going on? If somebody like Jeff Bezos can get a divorce in less than a year, there is no reason that you and that woman after 12 to 14 years are still married. Get a damn divorce. Now, some of the blogs are saying that the reason that he is still married is because him and his wife have business ties. And now you're trying to tie Dolores up in some kind of business? Absolutely not. Dolores, you deserve better than this. Let Paulie go. Move out of that gorgeous condo. His place is real pretty. Move the hell up out of there and go home and live with your daughter and your 20 dogs. Dolores also tells Paulie at the gym, she said, listen, I approached Marge about her making negative comments about us, and she said that she didn't. She said, however, if Jackie and Marge truly fall the hell out, she said, the truth is going to come out. Jackie is going to share it, and it's much better for Marge to come and tell me now than to let me find out later. I said, well, shit, whose mama are you? Remember when you were a kid and your mom was like, listen, don't lie. It's better for you to tell me now than for me to find out later that you was lying. Anyway, come on. I don't even know Marge personally, and I know she talks shit about you. You know that's the truth. They're getting ready for the party, and Paulie asked Dolores if she's heard from Jackie, and she said no. And I thought about it, and I said, you know, if I was Jackie and I really wanted the friendship with Dolores and I had just got bust out with these crazy text messages, I probably would have called Dolores the next day, you know, just to apologize and let her know I was totally overreacting, which, by the way, Jackie was really overreacting. This is a grown woman. She's married, she's got kids, she's a lawyer, and she wrote a book. And, you know, you flipping out, hating somebody and calling them a slob because you weren't added to a Instagram post. I mean, that's ridiculous. Anyway, I would have definitely called Dolores and apologized privately. Then freaking Jennifer Aiden tells her husband Bill that her and Teresa are going to take this opportunity to show Jackie that they're going to be her real friend, not like Marge. I said, girl, bullshit. You and Teresa are not Jackie's friend. You don't want to be her friend. You're just trying to use this woman to get information. Get out of here with this. They are real mean girls. All of these girls are real mean girls. They are acting like high schoolers. Danielle was right. She said she couldn't wait to get to the party. She said to see Jackie and Teresa to see if they both know that they're being played by each other or if they're both, you know, totally clueless. That was hilarious. So did anybody else think it was weird when we got over to Teresa's house that Gia was doing her makeup in the kitchen? I said, you know, I don't think I've ever done my makeup in the kitchen. As a matter of fact, I rarely wear makeup. I only put on makeup if it's a special occasion. Otherwise, I just put on a little moisturizer and chapstick. Sunscreen now, because Lord have mercy, I'm getting sunspots. I don't love it. Anyway, I'm gonna pay for some laser procedure to get rid of these sunspots. I thought I had freckles. I went to the doctor and she said those are not freckles, those are sunspots. She was like, you're getting sun damage. Where is your SPF? I told her the truth. I said, well, shit, I'm black. I didn't know that I could get sunburned. And she said, you got skin, don't you? And I said, well, yes, and now I feel like an idiot. Go ahead. I feel like a clown. Paint my face. Anyway, just a PSA. Everybody wear sunscreen before you get the sun damage freckles. They're not freckles, damn it. They're sun damage. And the procedure is $900. I'm gonna have to get that. Anyway, when they're in the kitchen talking to Gia, about this situation, Gia tells Teresa, she says, listen, why don't you just have a conversation with Jackie? Explain to her how Marge has hurt you and the things that Marge has done to the family. Maybe Jackie will sympathize with you. And Teresa makes some kind of comment that Jackie better sympathize with her and help her, pretty much expose Marge, or she's not going to be friends with her. I said, well, what? What kind of shit is that? This is not friendship. Maybe that's the problem with this group, that they really don't know what a friend is. These women, in my opinion, they are not friends. They are co-workers who don't like each other. This is ridiculous. Danielle gets there. She is super excited about the lady in the front with the glitter. And I said, Danielle is such a girl's girl. And she looked really cute with her glitter on her face. So the girls asked Dolores, if Jackie had reached out to her. Dolores says, no, she hasn't. And Teresa or Jennifer, one of them, says, well, maybe she'll talk to you tonight. Dolores says, it's a little too late for me. Dolores is really upset about this slob comment. The fact that she says she hates you, Dolores is acting as if that wasn't the big deal. She called her a slob and that was it. I said, well, shit. As soon as Jackie gets there, she talks to Jen and she says, you think I should talk to Dolores? And she says, yes. I said, the woman just told you she didn't, she wasn't feeling it. It's too late. And she thinks that Jackie's an elitist. Jackie tells the girls that she does feel sorry for what she did. She feels bad about what she did. And she's going to go have a conversation with Dolores. Jackie told Jen, she said, the thing is Marge did that to sabotage me, but she actually hurt her friend's feelings at the same time. And that's true. Marge was trying to hurt Jackie, but she did hurt Dolores as well by sharing that text message, and now Dolores is all upset. And Teresa and Jen was trying to get Jackie to tell them everything that Marge said about Paulie and Dolores, because Dolores needs to see, how bad Marge is. Jackie had told them, she said, I know that you guys have always had problems with Marge, but I truly believe she was a good person. And she tells them, I can't tell you what she said because I don't want to be that person. I'm not that person. And I said, I really hope that you continue to be that person. Just because she was so low and threw you under the bus and sent your text message out does not mean that you have to do the same to her. Because then people will start to question if Jackie can be trusted. While they're sitting there having this conversation, talking about how disgusting of a person Margaret is, Jen Fessler is standing there feeling out of place and shocked that they're having this conversation in front of her. I said, Jen Fessler, just walk on. They are not about to stop and not say anything bad about Margaret because you're there. Keep it moving, honey. And that's exactly what she did. She moved along. I believe Jackie when she says that Marge says bad things about Dolores and Paul, but it'll all come out in the end. Did anybody notice that Louis was dancing around talking about he's not wearing any underwear? I said, here we go. Another inappropriate, gross moment brought to you by the Real Housewives of New Jersey. The rest of the husbands on all the other franchises do not behave like this. So Jackie asked Dolores if she could talk to her, and Jackie tells her that she feels terrible. Dolores tells her that she doesn't buy that shit at all. Jackie says, well, Margaret is the bad guy. She's the real bad guy. And, Margaret has talked about you and Paul, and she's talked about everybody. I think that Jackie went about this the wrong way. If you really like Dolores and you really want to be friends with Dolores, you should have came over there and just said, Dolores, I was upset and acting out over this post. I know it doesn't make sense. I know it was irrational. I should not have said that. I don't think you're a slob, really, and I don't hate you. I apologize that I overreacted and I said that. Instead of apologizing and then just keeping it moving, she kept bringing up Marge. Marge is the bad guy. Marge this. Marge said this. Marge said that. Who gives a shit? We don't care about Marge, and neither does Dolores at this moment. Dolores just wants you to take responsibility for calling her a slob and saying you hate her. She's upset. Oh, my feelings are hurt. I'm so upset that Margaret did this to me. And I'm not just upset because I hurt you. I'm upset because this is probably the end of our friendship. And Dolores said, well, sometimes friends need to take a break. And that's us. We need a break. Dolores does not give two shits about Jackie's hurt feelings, and she doesn't care about what's happening between Jackie and, Marge. She does not give a damn. My thought is this: Dolores never really was Jackie's friend, and Jackie was never really Dolores's friend. So what's the big rip? You know what I mean? Jackie should apologize and go on about her business. Dolores should just not accept the apology, or go ahead and accept the apology and go on about her damn business. Y'all wasn't friends anyway. And Jackie, Dolores don't pay the bills at your house. Keep it moving. This is ridiculous. And stop trying to throw Marge under the bus. Even though I agree Marge is the bad guy, but you said what you said. Stand in it. Dolores even says that. She says there's no friendship there and no love lost. Keep it moving. I think that there's been worse things that have been said and has happened to Dolores, and Dolores has forgiven those people. And I think that's because Dolores actually had a friendship with them, and she doesn't with Jackie. So, Lord have mercy. Danielle does a check-in with Teresa and wanted to make sure that they're good. Teresa goes with, yeah, we're good, but you've been hanging out with Margaret and Melissa. I said, girl, what? You just said y'all were good. She asked you if you were good. Why couldn't you just reply, yes, we're good. How's the babies? Something. How was the fashion show? Why are you bringing up Teresa and Margaret? Let it go. Melissa keeps saying she don't want to talk about Teresa, but she's talking about Teresa. Teresa keeps saying she doesn't want to talk about Melissa, but you're talking about Melissa. Let it go. Then Teresa says, well, I know everything's okay because I know you're closer to me and Jen than you are Rachel and Melissa and Marge. What does that matter? It really doesn't. Danielle tries to act like when she's with them, she doesn't say anything bad about Teresa, which is kind of a lie because she was kind of throwing shade at Teresa when she was at Envy. And when she's with Teresa, every now and again, she does have a little shade that she throws at Melissa. So, go to hell on. Grow up, all of you. Then, Lord have mercy, Danielle and Jennifer have this conversation about this damn charity.
I see you. I want you to know
you
that.
need to just calm down.
I see you. You're a
dirtbag.
You're a dirtbag.
No! Oh my God!
Oh, come on.
Come on.
How about that? Tastes good, baby doll.
That's up, Jen.
You guys are supposed to be friends.
You're
That's
so
up.
I see your true colors. I just outed you.
Just go.
You're so dirty.
Come on, let's
Wait,
go.
hold on. Let me just walk around.
Jen, I don't give a Your wife's a bitch. Wife's a dirty bitch. Just so you know, when you go to bed at night, you're sleeping with the devil.
Who hit who?
She
Teresa.
She pushed
No, I would never do that. Ever.
Dude, I'm so fine.
I need to start out by saying that I don't condone violence, especially as a grown-up. I really don't condone violence when you can talk things out or just walk away. I should also say that there are some blogs that are reporting that Kim D has told them that later in the season, Jennifer and Danielle get into another physical altercation. Kim D allegedly is reporting that Danielle ends up smashing a glass picture on Jen Aiden in an upcoming episode after Jen Aiden reportedly made fun of Danielle's husband. Now, honey, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm telling you right now, if she smashed a glass pitcher on this woman, that's a foul. I mean, we have to see it to find out exactly what happened, but you could put somebody's eye out. I mean, anything could happen, especially if it's only some sort of comments. You know what I mean? Or made fun of your husband. Come on now. I think a good verbal assault will handle you making fun of my husband. Smashing a glass pitcher on somebody, that's a bit much. Again, I don't condone violence. But let's get into this current incident. We don't know if any of this is true. Here we go. I'm sorry, but hashtag Team Danielle. Now listen, hear me out. So when I grew up in the neighborhoods that I grew up in, if you're loud talking and you get up in somebody's face, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get popped. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, I'm not saying that that is right. I'm saying that in the neighborhood that I grew up in as a child, if you cross the line, you're getting all active and you're in somebody's face, 9 times out of 10, you are going to get popped. You don't know how another person reacts. You don't know what triggers that person. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not saying that Danielle deserved to be pushed. I'm just saying that it's not okay to be up in somebody's face like that. But when you're a grown-up and you're married, you have a reputation, your husband has a business, you have a business, first of all that rah, rah, rah yelling and getting in somebody's face, that shit's not cute. But as an adult, if somebody is rah, rah and they're up in my face, I'm going to give you a warning. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a warning and tell you, I feel the heat, I feel the passion, but I can also smell your breath, which means you are too close to me. Back it up. Okay, I'm going to give you that warning. I might even back up a step. You know what I mean? But Jennifer didn't do that. She hauled off and pushed the shit out of Danielle, and Danielle came back swinging with that cup. Listen, sometimes you get what you ask for. You wanted all the smoke, you got it. Personally, once you put your hands on me, I'm whooping your ass. Okay, we fighting over this. This is not something that you're not getting any free pushes. It's not going down like that. You were not in danger. You could have stepped back and said, Danielle, you too close. Give me 5 feet or something. She gave no warning. People were yelling and screaming, talking about when Teresa said she didn't see who hit first or who pushed first. People rewind and watch that shit again. When Jennifer pushed Danielle, Teresa's head was turned talking to that woman. Did anybody notice that woman? Danielle and Jennifer were having this conversation and there was some woman that was all in the business. I said, who is this lady? And then I said, well, shit, I would be that lady if I was at the party. I know I don't know all of y'all and this ain't none of my damn business, but what y'all talking about? Anyway, I don't know if it's just the lack of storyline that Jennifer is having right now, that she just will not lay off of this shit. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know much about giving charity events. I really don't. I don't have any money, so I don't give, charity events. But I would assume that someone who is not wealthy, if they were having a charity event, they would have a venue, caterers, other vendors, and they would try to barter with those to see, how much they could get for free. But everything that they could not get for free, I would assume that once they had collected all the money from the event, they would pay their vendors and then every other penny would go to the charity. That's what I would do, but I don't know. Is that wrong? Jennifer says that Danielle told her that she paid herself for her time. Now, personally, that I don't agree with. If I said that I want to give an event for charity, then that was something that I decided that I wanted to do. So therefore, my time should be donated to, the charity, to the event. I don't agree with that part, but I do think that she should be able to pay the vendors and then give the rest to charity. Jen says that if she's throwing a charity event, she would pay it all herself. And Danielle said what I thought. She said, well, you're a multimillionaire. Jen says, we're not a millionaire. We make like $1 million. That's a damn lie, because she makes like $400,000 to $600,000 a year being a housewife. And I agree with Danielle. You've got them 16 damn bathrooms. When you went down there to Oklahoma and disrespected that woman, you got that big house down in Paramus. You got all those fancy cars. You also have that house in the Jersey Shore. I'm Team Danielle with that. I really am. And then she brought up the whole thing about the stylist, Marissa, and how supposedly Danielle called her and was telling her, hey, this modeling gig that she's offering you is free. You're not going to get paid for this. She made it seem like Danielle had turned it around and it was a negative. Danielle was saying that that is not true, that she was not trying to stop Jennifer from doing it. She said that Jennifer has her own stylist. Marissa is, I guess, Danielle's regular stylist along with Dolores's regular stylist, and that she was trying to tell Jen, doing this photo shoot, you need to know it is free. She is going to post you all over her social media, and it might upset your current stylist. And Jen was supposedly thankful for it and all this stuff. I don't know, because the lady Marissa came out on social media and she kind of agreed that Danielle was shading her or shit talking her or something. I think there's three sides to every story: Jen's side, Danielle's side, and what really happened. And with her stylist coming out and agreeing that Danielle was, trying to turn Jen against working with her or helping her, I'm leaning towards Jen might be right. I think that Jen, for some reason, just thought that she deserved to have her husband's name on that step and repeat. And she was, light in storyline. Rachel said on Watch What Happens Live that she thinks that Danielle and Jennifer planned this whole thing before the season started, which, if that's all they got, they should just, leave the show, because that wasn't, it. And then they both got suspended. And supposedly that's part of the reason why they're not having a reunion this season. So this wasn't thought out or planned well at all. There is a lot of stuff out here being said about Danielle. I don't know what's true and what's not, but I don't think that Jennifer needed to cause all these problems. Now, Danielle running through there telling Bill Aided that he's married to this evil woman, his wife is a bitch. I said, Lord, have mercy. The bed was just trying to have a little sandwich and a little peace and quiet. Bill is always taking strays for his wife. He really is. And I think that sometimes Jennifer's behavior is too much. And I think sometimes it really grades on that man's nerves. Their marriage is not always stable. And it's like, why can't you ever go to an event and not be the center of the bullshit? I don't know. I didn't appreciate Jennifer or Teresa this episode. I don't know, you guys. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.